En dat werkt dan wel, maar die bitrate, daar lag het blijkbaar aan. Wat veel mensen zeggen. Yes, hij doet het. En doet het ook op YouTube.
I'm into good sound.
Nou, nu werkt het hoor. Ja. Super, super. Even kijken hoor, ik weet niet of de YouTube link moet even vernieuwd worden, denk ik. De Twitch link blijft hetzelfde. Kijk, hoor. Oh ja, inderdaad, ik zet jou eventjes... Ja, ik zet je uit hoor. Kijk hoor. Alright. I think it is working. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. No, I don't hear my birds myself. Wait a minute. Can I hear the birds myself too? Yeah, please let me hear my own birds. Yes, right. Okay. Welcome. I all of a sudden sound a lot more Dutch than usual. But, okay. Let's see. It's still starting up, so we're gonna do it relaxed and chill. No problems. Let's see, is anyone already watching or not? That's the question. Yes, I think we have 3 people on Twitch already. I see. Is it just me, Jens, and me? No. Okay, it's been a while that I've streamed, but welcome. I am Martijn. I still am the developer of the search history exhibition so far for the Willow online art space, and you might hear a dog in the background. He feels my anxiety of doing this stuff online, but it's good. But yeah, I'm gonna take it very casual so far. Jens is also there via the chat in Twitch, and we're also streaming on YouTube. We're doing both. We have whatever you want, you know. But let me just start about this whole space we've made. I will, to be honest, I'm just gonna restart it. You might see some behind the scenes now, but it's fine. It's kind of all about that. Yeah, this is a bit of behind the scenes. That's all you're gonna see. But I'm just gonna restart the whole experience now. So this is like the, let's say, the official start of the developer / Q&A session. And I'm playing it via Unity, which I've built it in. So that's why you see all of these other things in the background. But start, it's a nice slow animation introducing the title of the exhibition, which is search history. It's about like archiving digital data, let's say. Like, it can be anything. In this case, it's about archiving art. And Jens can adjust me here, because I'm not the artistic director of the whole thing, but I just build it on guidance of Jens and the rest of the team. You'll see a little text here already introducing the artists, and I'm just gonna go through it slowly so you can experience it through my eyes like this, if you haven't before. Because it's also still online on our website, willow/arc.space. You can check it out there as well. I think I have the link in my Twitch stream and also in the YouTube description. If not, Jens will add it into the chat. Yeah, that will happen. Yeah, this is just how you have to move around. WASD. Like, if If you play games, you know what that's about. If you don't, it's a nice new experience to walk around in 3D spaces on the computer. Back in the day, you didn't really use this, but you used your arrow keys, for example, or if you're on the laptop, arrow keys are not that bad actually. If you use a mouse like me, WASD is like a nice way to use and explore 3D spaces. You can interact with things as well, but that's with the E key. You can pause with the P key instead of escape, which is actually usually the thing, but I guess you can see how you can interact with the space. And you can go back like this. You have descriptions and everything as well for every artwork. Won't go through that yet. I mean that's something to explore for yourself. But I mean these are our sponsors. These have made it possible to do all of this. So development and the artistic research and everything getting towards the point where we're now. I mean sometimes I will be standing still and I'm just checking the chat actually, to be honest, see if everything's going well. So far I think everything is going alright. Yeah, lovely. Alright, let me continue. Let's see, where should I start? Already anyone with a question so far actually? And is my voice like clear enough? Can you hear me? Like, am I understandable or not? If I'm not, let me know. But I think it's yeah, it was a whole experience going through this as well, making it. So it started out as not as polished as it looks now, of course. It started out really simple, with a simple concept of some platforms actually just floating around in space. Like you see them, like the end result is filled in with full of art and everything you see here. It used to be just some simple platforms that I started out with, just to give everyone a little space to walk around in. And now we have a finished space. I mean, we're also gonna archive it as well, and I might give it a little update here and there, just to put it in the archives. I think we're actually working on an app for WILLOW, so you can download an app from our website and also see future exhibitions in there. But that's more development stuff coming later this year, beginning next year even. I think that's what we're aiming for now. But okay, let me just go through the space actually. Let's start with Fuddy and Stare maybe. This is Fuddy here, this is Stare. Here's a bit of the info about it. You can always pause the stream and like read this in your own tempo. I can read through it, but I've seen it many times. But Fuddy and Stare, they have a whole like interactive experience. Like first you have to figure out how to get there. That's their platform. They're the only ones with a bridge. Whichever way you want, you can go through this bridge, but it only leads one way in the end. Can you also go here? I think you can go here. Oh, ooh. No. Right. Okay. Maybe we'll figure out some new ways of getting somewhere. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Oh yeah, you turn into a bug. I almost forgot about that. There's a little thing happening there. Now you are really tiny. And there's a little tiny entrance as well, which you would only be able to enter this space being this small. It was really fun making this all work. It's like the mods dreaming of electric waters. You go in here, and then you are like eye to eye with all these bugs, which are normally very tiny, and you can read the text as well. If you are interested in reading the text, of course. Some people might just go through it as a game, speedrunning it maybe, but it's not. It's built in a game engine, built in Unity, and it's. I mean, I play a lot of games, so of course it's gamified. You can jump really high as a bug, because I mean you're really light. Of course, like as a human, we can't really jump that high. Already the first interaction actually happened. This is one of the totems. Once you get close to it, it gets activated, and it sends like a signal over this string and activates like another object in the space. And if you activate all of them, then like the end game or end sequence starts. Like you will discover more and more once you go through it. And this is just like one out of the 4 spaces. This is the only one you get this small. But here we activate another one just by getting like close to it. You could not per se notice it, but depends on where you're standing. You will see something light up at some point. So it's impossible to completely miss, I would say. And the space gets lighter and lighter, more refractions are happening. And now we have 2 other ones to find. I know there's one there, but you cannot reach it. It's pretty much the last one you gotta go into. So we gotta find the 3rd one, let's say. It's to go up here. Of course, I know where it is, but I'm trying to play it as if I've never played it, which is difficult, but I'm trying. I mean, you can get quite high up here, I think. Yeah. But that's it. Cool. Here it is. Yeah. So the 3rd one goes up, and this one should activate a new object or a new architectural building that appeared, which is this pyramid temple area. And here you have, I will first go through here. This is like a little forest Fuddy and Star created. You can go through. More of like a crystallized area. I mean, these are my words. These are not their words and how they maybe meant it to be called. But I think everyone interprets it in their own way. So there's more textural elements to explore in this area. Big letters everywhere. Morphed letters as well. And yeah. Very interesting space they made, I think. I didn't expect this to look like this at all at the beginning. Didn't know what to expect of all the different artists. All of them were very eager to make something and had their own inspirations, of course. Like Fuddy and Star are 2 very different, what do you call it? One is very digital, working a lot with 3D, and the other one is like Star is very analog, Fuddy is very digital on the computer, and still they made something hybrid in this sense. Like these bugs, some of them like were made with hand, and then 3D scanned and got into this space, which I found very interesting. And then Fuddy made these buildings mostly, I think, I don't know how much it overlapped here and there, but it was a very interesting process. But I will activate the last totem, which I think, let's see, yeah, I'm usually standing up here. Let's see what will happen. I think, I'm not sure what happens actually more at this point. But it will get really light, and I think it stays like this, or does it get lighter or not? It's been a while for me that I've been here in this digital realm of everyone. Wait, was there another one? I don't know. Jens, do you know if there was another thing to do here? Did I miss something? Because I have no idea. Maybe I've missed something actually. I do not know it. I need to check the chat as well. Okay, nice. My voice is nice and clear. Lovely. Yeah, I'm just reading this a bit late as well, but wait, can you see the chat properly though? Is it I think it depends on where I am. Yeah, like this you can see it nicely. Alright, great. Alright. I am just going to the next space. Sure. Is something extra gonna happen here? I'm gonna like do one last run through all of this stuff. I'm sure I didn't miss anything. And then we'll go into the next work. Because there's like, yeah, 4 totems in total as far as I remember. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Next. What is the next one? Should I go to the red island? Should I go to the island with smoke? Or should I go to the big water tower you see up there? Let me show you. See it there. It's been such a long time that I've been here. I think. Yeah, we're in a normal size again. It's really small actually. You look at it like this. When you're a bug, it's really big. So we're going back now. I can make my way back up. Yes. There you go. I think I need to put on my... One moment. Where's my Twitch? Yeah, I'm just creating a second screen, so I actually have my Twitch chats. Okay. Lovely. Confirm mobile number. Alright, great. I can actually see the chat on my phone now. Alright, next. Let's go ahead. Except if anyone wants to go anywhere else. We'll go anywhere. Let's see, I think. Yeah. This is a scene with the place of detention. Bit of a shorter text than the other one, but still loads to do. Different experience. Also collecting things though. There's something, some similarities there. But next to that, let's go in. I have seen as like call this a doorway, you know, like a portal. Like putting a stair at a bridge, and most of them are actually portals because that's how it started out. I just made portals for every platform to go through, and that stayed for some not, but most of them have still that first concept of a portal, just to make it efficient and go easily from space to space like this, you know. And here you can collect items like this, like it's collectibles that are hidden in the campsite, and you can even inspect them as well, because you can see if you wait. I think it's on like spiegelbeeld, mirrored. But if you collect it, you press I, you can see this artwork like this. And if you collect them all, you can go through them like that. So let me collect all of them. Let's see. There's one. These are... It's about a camp. Campsized, I think it's called. Yeah, you can see it like in the top or the bottom right corner. This is not something by Seam itself, but something Seam used as inspiration, let's say. And this is actually an artwork of Seam himself drawing the artwork. Let's go to the next one. Like they're scattered all the way around here. Here's building here. It's this is the map of Campsized on the top, like a top view. Like all these bunkers, I would say. And yeah, you collect them. Another one here. This is a drawing of the camps in this way. This was, I think, when they were still building it. That's what I remember from it. Let's see what else. So I mean, this whole platform didn't start out like this. I added like smoke and everything. You can see smoke is slowly going down. And this one is also collectible. Op de heidebouwde eigen dorp. Alles waren geïnstrueerd. Eentje voor de vrouwen en de kinderen en eentje voor de mannen van gevechtsleeftijd. Okay, this is I mean it's a log. You know, like I think this is like one of the logs they had there. And let's see how many we have to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Okay, where am I there? There's another one. Yeah. I'm also just experiencing this myself again. It's fun. It's nice. It's like a mixture of a game that has more the focus of exploring art in like a different way than usual, and all platforms are very different from each other. There was one here too. Yeah, there we go. This is number 18. No, I mean there is number 8. It depends on how you collect them, of course. They will go in a different order depending on how you collect them. There should be one here. Yeah. This is one of the trees here. And yeah, that's actually that tree. Like that's what it's based on, the picture there. And what is this? This is a guy taking a nap. Super lovely. Yeah, we're free to go. I think they're actually on the inside. Let's see. Yeah. Where was it again? I think there's one underneath here. Yep. Let's see, what is this? This is... Oh wow. I seem to combine some a drawing and a 3D render, I think. Yeah. Alright, so the last two. And then we are slowly onto the next one. I mean, we have 2 hours, so if you want me to slow down, I can do it a lot slower. Because remember the last time I streamed this was like a speed run. So I tried to collect the whole art in like the fastest way I could. This is the guys looking into the window there where I collected an artwork from earlier. Oh yeah, I have to find the last one. Where is the last one? This always happened to me. There was always one that I couldn't find. So there's one on top, one there, one behind the woods, one stuck in this wood. This one here was always the first one. Maybe behind here. Oh. Oh yeah, where is it? Oh. Let's get on top of here. See? But you can climb the trees as well. Here. Here. Yeah. No, it's not easy, but if you want... Oh, there it is. You can climb the trees too, if you feel determined. I think this is the last... Oh yeah, this is a picture of how the places there actually looked. These camps. They were built with these... how I call this? With these pieces of wood, you know? And I mean, he gave it his own twist, I would say. Adding these like paper pieces like this, collectibles you can find throughout, and if you collected all of them, or even like a couple of them, you can still go through them to see what you've actually collected and look at them if you want to like inspect it a bit further. That's why it's like on the I key, you know, like the inspect key. I would just go through them. And it looks really good, thank you. And thanks to the artists that made the work and that made me able to put all of this stuff in here. It was really a lot of fun, and it has some blood and tears as well, of course, but that's all part of it. It's all good. I really enjoyed making it. It was like, for me, the biggest project so far that I've done. Like I've worked on like a horror game before, and I mostly did the sounds back then, so now it was doing implementing, developing and coding all these things to make it work. But I'm really proud of it. Really, really good. Are there collectibles other than the... No. It's all the pages, and I mean one of them is not a page. Like, I mean you won't see it anymore now, but one of them was like a bulk, like a piece of wood as well with a piece of text on it. Like a carved out text. Like that's the only one that's not a page. But next to that, all of them are yeah, pieces of paper stuck somewhere in the construction zone of like the campsites. So it's mostly paper, but one piece of wood as well. I think here, yeah, every artwork has an audio description. The visual description, actually, the audio one is we didn't have time for that. That was like, it was so much work to get everything working and to get every single piece in there to make it work properly. That like because we wanted to put audio descriptions in there too, but that's also a part of developing something with multiple artists like that. That it's like at some point there is like a, how do you say, like a limit of what you can do within a certain amount of time. Let's see, I think it's good to keep this one for last. Because let's go to Michiel's one. Michiel has also a very interesting, different from all of the others as well. Not per se collecting like the first two. You had to kind of collect something in their own respective ways. Yeah, I see. Yeah, there's another interaction one with the red floating island there. But I think I will keep that one for the last one. It's really cool, but a bit more calming. Michiel's is a bit more of a... It has multiple layers of what happens in there. But you can always pause it to read the whole thing. I'm not gonna read through everything, because I'm not the best reader. I'm better at just talking about what I did and what I see and stuff like that. But let's go in. There's a little staircase. You're gonna just have to trust yourself that you will end up somewhere. And this is where you end up. It's might be confusing, but that's the whole purpose of, or at least like it's part of the concept. And I mean, it also did that a bit to me sometimes, but I think it's in the end, I think it really, yeah, it put down something very different from the other artworks. Because you have a kind of a maze here. Like Michiel was like, program this and this like that, so it will be difficult to find your way. Maybe not said it like that, but that's I think how I kind of got it in the end. And there's like lights here. You see, they blink, and all of them blink in a different rhythm. So depends on where you go. That you think like, am I at the beginning again or at the end again? No, because there's walls. Like, and like I know how to go through, of course. It's like some walls. You have to find your way out of it, and then find your way to the outer wall. And then there should be a door here. Normal lights. So I mean that hole in the sky there, or in the ceiling, that's where you came from. That's like the top of the water tower. So in the top right you can... Wait, can you see that actually? No, probably not. Because my face is in front of it. Wait, I have to move my face. So I think else you won't be able to see this bit. Let's see, I can move. Okay. I move this one. For now, actually. I'm gonna move it downwards a bit. Okay, yeah, now you can see this as well. On the right top, there's a first floor, base floor, and basement. So you know where you are. So it makes it little bit less of, yeah, you would definitely bump into all of the walls, because that's how it's made, you know. You have to kind of do that to find your way out. Because that's the first part. And now you're like between first floor. Ooh. It might be a bit of a mess here, because it got a bit buggy at some point, but that's part of it. You will discover that when I'm actually at the basement. The thing is, the longer I am in this game, like to be honest, actually I'm just gonna restart it so you see the full intended experience there. So it might not. No, it's just better. Like mostly it should actually be the first one to go into. But let's go in there quickly. Okay, can I? Yes. Okay. I'm doing a little speed run to where we were a moment ago. Okay, there's some shafts here. Next shaft. Not sure if you can hear them. Let me know if you can hear this as well. extra sounds next to the birds. Yeah, you might make drawings for the chefs and everything. It was a whole process getting this in there, but for some reason, like, I'm curious if I stay here long enough, if they will like move out. Because the objects in Michiel's space kind of got a life on their own at some point. If you could see in the first time we encountered this space. And now they're actually in the proper like area. Yeah, shelf 8, all there, I think are there 8 or 9 shelves? Shelf 1, yeah, there are 8 shelves then, yeah. Each one have like information about it, measuring rods. And here, this is a panoptic snake. Info about all of them. Confiscated items here. Here you have down in the ground. These are like artifacts of some sort. Where do they come from again? Yeah. I mean, this is a question you should ask Michiel. This is a bit I do not know. I knew maybe the most about Seam's artwork because it's also a close friend of mine. We talked about it a lot more than I talked with the other artists in deep about the work, of course. Drawings about, fuck, I do know this. I mean, this is like drawings through time. Huh? I think this one is actually my second favorite of the whole work of Michiel, to be honest. My favorite one is in the basement. You will see them in a moment. Victor's registrations, yes. And then these are, you see, they're already starting to walk to the left. So let's go fast to the basement so we can do something with an object we will receive from here. Here, it's for me. This was so much fun to make actually. It was a bit frustrating sometimes, but in the end it worked out. Because the tool of deconstruction, you can put this up here. A little Easter egg for the people that have played an old game with a woman that has 2 guns that can do backflips and stuff. I won't say the name. You'll have to know. But it also reminds me of Half-Life because you have a crowbar, but you can like this reveal some other areas of the basement as well. And I'm just gonna destroy as much as possible here. Because this is the only artwork that uses destruction in this sense. I really loved making this. Maybe it would have been like something I always wanted to do. How to figure that out. Let's see, is there something here? Ah, no, nice. Some info about Michiel in the chat on Twitch. And here's another upside down house. There's also a particular sounds here in this field. Also kind of the confusion can hit you a bit here, which is all part of the plan. Here's another guy. I don't know who this is, but it's a big giant, you know, wrapped up in a aluminium tarp. I don't know if I use the right words. It could be aluminium foil as well, but I really loved how this came out in the end. This really big giant laying here. I don't know if he's dead or alive. But yeah, that's the basement. And now that we got this tool of deconstruction, we can go up again. Wreak some havoc here as well. This is all part of what Michiel wants you to do. Michiel doesn't tell you, per se, I think. I mean, kind of with the description of this tool, of course. But it's up to you how to use it, or how explorative you are, I think. Because you can do what I am doing, which I just found the most fun, and destroy everything. But that's just because I'm into that kind of stuff in games. It's fun. Oh, I am, wait, let's see. If you press P, like in the left corner, if you like to use how to click or whatever, you can see how to move around again. And obviously there's your mouse or touchpad to move and look around. And if you click, that's how you activate this crowbar, or a crowbar tool of deconstruction, as Michiel said it. Like, it depends how you look at it. And like this, you can change the layout of the room a little bit, you know, and change how things look. You can destroy these cabinets like this and just wreak havoc in whichever way you want to. Yeah, now we're up to the first floor again. Is this the way to go? No. Finding your way back is always tricky. Okay, what was it? Which way is up again? It's up? I think we're going down again. Yeah, oops. That's why we have the top right, for like to know where you are. Are you sure? Like, I have to go this way again? Yeah. No, we're going to the first floor. And things have changed, as usual. Things keep changing here. That's like the very more interactive bit. And now you have the lights plus this. I don't know how to call this. Scribbles and light scribbles, you know. And I mean, for me, it's, of course, I know where to go. I will try to make it look like I don't have no idea where I'm going, but you need to follow, in a way, the density of these. It gets denser and denser until you get back to the middle. And then there's this red orb lying there. What will you do? Will you go in or not? Is it scary? Will it kill you? I don't know. You have a weapon now, so let's see. I mean, I'm just gonna go in and... Oh. Now we're back. That was Michiel's, like, interactive... yeah, I don't even know how to call it, but I always found it really cool going into that. It was a lot of work getting it that way, but I really enjoy how it, in the end, like, turned out, because it's something very different from all the other, like, they're all very unique in their own distinctive way, which was the biggest challenge, I think, to make all of that work in this digital platform like that. It's something that's, I don't know, I've never done it like this, so. Also, before we go to the last one, if you want like info about the whole exhibition, you can always go to the info bit and press E there. It's also, I think it should also be on their website actually. But pause wherever you want to read through all of this, so you know what all of this is going about. And I think Jens is also putting this kind of stuff in the chat to read if I go too quick, you know. And you want to just keep it live. Let's go to the next and the last platform. That is blowjums. The phantom teeth. This is, you don't see any teeth yet. You see some things happening in the corner there. Some water fountain, which is like to grab your attention already. But yeah, you see these teeth, of course, and this is a portal again. Which when you enter, you see what's inside of this whole platform that you were looking against. You would never be able to tell that there's this giant teeth here. And I don't know, because can you hear everything? Like, I'm actually quite curious of that. I think you can, right? Yeah, you hear my PC. Yeah, right. Okay, because there's gonna be also subtitles with it, so it's okay if you don't hear it. But get close to this.
Gradually, not in your awareness,
You can hear
with an old memory of destructive power.
poem
I heard my ground splitting.
of the work,
I was smashed, and my history
poem of
crumbled.
the fountain, whatever you would like
The
to
light
call it.
pulled up my body. The blood pooled under my feet.
And I'm just gonna jump around for a bit.
I have been iterating through your bodies, settling
It's
under
like
your deep
the floor is lava.
A
Oh
vanishing
shit, I
point
died.
of your sensory inputs is laid here, in the space of keyframe time. Dearest fear, dearest pain. Do you see my naked portrait? Sense it with your imaginary body. You would see a different world when your body starts moving.
Is there something on YouTube too? No. Oh. Okay, that's the end of the poem. Next step. Not obvious. You need to go to the green arrow. I'm gonna try to do it without touching the red stuff. Because that was like not part of the order to do that, but I always found it fun to move around like that. But here is the interactive element actually. You can pick this up. And now there's a whole different world of this, the phantom thief floating around. And you can experience them for a moment, or press E again to put it down, and then let go. Let me keep them. So now I go into them. They're phantoms, so you can't even touch them. It should also be like a... should have made them right. I mean, sometimes maybe at some point I would like to remaster this whole thing as well. Of course, like in maybe like a different engine, something like that. See how it looks and works in that. In a different way. But with Unity it was a lot of fun to make it. Because it's a lot of coding with C, and it was for me not the first time, of course, but I'm trying Unreal Engine at the moment with the visual coding. Very different, but very interesting how you can seed code, like literally, instead of just see text like that. It's like modules like with Touch Designer and things like that. But let's see, is there also... no, I think there's always more people on Twitch anyway, watching streams than on YouTube. If there's any questions, let me know. I think like there's some people watching luckily. And also, you can always rewatch it if you feel like gaining some more insights about this exhibition that we've made. I think that's actually all of the artworks. Let me put this down. Green arrow again. can move back. Also, if maybe let's do something else instead of going back through here. Um, let me show you the stuff that is not part of the artist per se, but this is like the only bit that I got to add to the platform. Like the home platform is kind of the platform that I created myself in this sense, with the team having input onto it. And I work in Blender, the 3D program, and this is kind of actually how the first platforms of every single one of the artists looked. But 3 of them changed them completely, and that is also still the original platform on the bottom. What Michiel put the water tower on top of it, and I added all of these, yeah, glass cables, I would call them, to connect all of the platforms also with each other, which is like, I don't know, conceptually I would say that would make these portals work, because they have some kind of connection towards each other. Like you would step into one of these portals, and these cables actually take you towards their destination again. But if you're stuck or fall off a platform, which in the beginning wasn't possible as well, but I think at some point we just made it possible because of the bridge that we have there. Like we have a bridge to Varia Stairs platform, so you had to be able to get off the platform walking. So now you can jump off any platform too, and see that everything is like connected like this through these cables. You can keep on falling until everything disappears. And with P, you can go home again always. If you feel like, okay, I don't know how to go back, I need to go back home, you know? So that's kind of how you go back home. You need to press P, go home. And if you're in the app version, you can use the leave button. On the website, it's also there, but it's mostly for the app to like close it, instead of having to do Command Q on the Mac or Alt F4 on the Windows. It makes it a bit easier. What else should I talk about? Because I went through all of the platforms now. What's this again? I think this is the description of the whole platform here. Yeah, the tree, the willow tree, of course. And you can read through all of the descriptions. That's Jens made these. Jens can confirm that, but that's, I think, how they came into place. You can read it like that too, to not hear the teeth. Okay. Oh yeah, and also the artists, of course. I guess this is the only one that doesn't include the artists with like the visual descriptions. But the teeth, here are the teeth. There's some red teeth. I think those are the wisdom teeth, you know? I don't have them anymore myself. Probably Sojin also does not have them anymore then. I'm not sure. Let's see, I can actually get on top of this as well. It's like a transparent scan of the mouth, I think. And these are... They could be Sojin's teeth. That's up to your own interpretation. Because I'm not sure about that bit. But I think they actually are. You want more teeth? I can go back to the teeth. You can go back to anything. Here's the big teeth. They're like scattered throughout this landscape that looks like your teeth flesh. Is there an English word for this? Because I think that sounds very Dutch, the teeth flesh. But yes, teeth. Very big teeth. Wait, let me activate them again. I would just go through all of them one last time. Because we actually had this stream planned until 9. I'm already like through all of the platforms, of course. Even though it took an hour, which is surprisingly long, even for me now. Usually I could do it within 10 minutes, but I wouldn't stand still at every like object and gums. Yeah, that's it. The gums. The gums of the mouth. Oh, I kind of want to make them. I'm not gonna adjust the artwork here, but sometimes I kind of want to make them like you can sit on them and like move with them. But that's maybe for the archival version. I might ask Sojing to change that, if I can change that, if I'm allowed. So it's not my artwork, you know. It's like clouds of teeth. They're huge. Alright. What else? Big tree, islands and ants, bugs and stuff. Bugs, not ants per se. Ants are bugs. And a big water tower, huge teeth. Okay, I don't even know what to talk about. Should I just go through platform in Unity itself or something? I don't know if that is interesting to see, like the actual behind the scenes area, because I could do that, but just let me know if that's interesting. I could fix that. Could actually do that. Okay, that's how you go through the portal actually. It was possible to climb this. Jens discovered it at some point. I don't know how far you can get. Not that far. In the beginning I think I had it very rough. Ooh, did I get higher? No, I think that's... You can get on the... Yeah, you can get quite high, but... Jens, what should I do? Because I went through all the platforms now. Sojing's even twice now. I collected all the artworks. Get some more development though. Yeah, okay, let me a moment, let me switch to another screen then. I think this is that one. Just remove this, I'm just changing this on the fly now. Alright, there we go. Boom. Alright, now we are in Unity. And cute. Alright, so yeah, this is actually what I see most of the time. And I'm like a bird in the sky, you know, like I can see this from different angles, so I know what's going on. Like here you can change the perspective. Well, flat, I think they call this orientation, or oh, how is it called? Orthographic. And this is like the actual 3D and how you see it. Alright, so I mean the development was me starting without all of these things and having to make the player work. Like here's the player actually. The player is it's just a little capsule with a camera attached to it, and there are some lights that get animated at fucking stare when you get converted into into cool beans. Yeah, you're a bean player, you know. You're a tiny little green invisible bean. But yeah, you can change the size of the player. I think when you're a bug, you're actually turned into a small little sphere, and this light here gets animated, like a bit like zook. So there's like a transition effect. It's kind of the player. This is the whole hierarchy of everything. This inspector, you see all of these settings and things, like you have an audio source in the player, makes it able to listen to other. A listener actually makes it listen. The audio source is for the bit we have playing here. There's more audio sources that are connected to each other. And I think like once you're close to here, this audio source on the player, which is the voice that leads the poem, gets activated. Because you need to be close to Eve. That's actually, let's see. You have trigger zones for that. See the force trigger, once you're close to this, inside of this area, it triggers that voice that's like on the player itself. So you can hear it close up, like that. And this is particle generator, which makes these bubble-like things. Like it's water. It looks like water, especially from a distance. From up close, you can see this like just very tiny spheres with like a gradient, you know. It's like thousands of particles that make up the water like that, like a little fountain. And there's a whole X-ray zone. Once you're out of this zone, like for example, if you like pick it up, like you don't see it now, but that's pick up X-ray. That's this bit. Once you picked it up, there's this zone around this thing, like so. When you go in here, you get back there, you get teleported, so you're outside of this zone. So you only be able to see these phantom teeth flying around while you're onto this platform. Same thing as for Seems platform, you know, like, let's see, I have everything categorized here. You can see it's just maybe a little bit bigger. Put it here. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, this is my categorization of everything. Because it started out with the platforms being called like north, west, east, and south, and then the home platform is in the middle. Again, I just added the names of the artists when we chose where every artist's work will be. And I had to optimize also a lot of the art, which you can, like this you can see actually all of the vertices and like faces. Like you could say that's like the bones of all of the objects, you know? And some of them were very some of them were like millions of these things that you see here. Like they're triangulated. I see like everything exists of these 3-point faces. Like points that are like put together like this, they form a face once they're like connected. And in Blender, I had to make all of the objects do this, so that it would be a bit lighter for Unity to run it. Like, except for, I mean, these also have it, but so some of them, like these are just very simple already, so it's fine. It doesn't really matter. But some of these shapes, they depended on how the artist made them before. Like in the end, I went through every single piece of every platform with the artist to confirm like this is still good like this, you know, because the resolution goes down when you want to optimize everything so it works properly on everyone's computer. Also because it's online, like it's not an app yet that you download now. That will come when it's archived, that you will be able to download. Or maybe it's already downloadable, but I am not completely sure. Let's see, I'm also checking the chat a bit now. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna continue doing this development tour anyway. I just went through the whole tour already. Like how you go through it normally. But I think it's interesting to show it like this. Yeah, like for example, all of the collectibles have like a box around them. That once you get close to the box, you get this little hand pop up that you can grab it. Like this interaction element of it. And that is something you have to set up for every object individually. Some even go a bit further than necessary, but it's this box here, the box collider, and then you tell it that it's a trigger. It can trigger like an event, which in this case is like disable the object, like it does this, and it enables it inside of the game when you're at Seam's platform, and adds it to the bar on top. So you see that you collected the objects, and you can look at it a bit closer. I mean, I use it for a lot of things. And there's also sound here, just a background sound, and like the ambient background of scene. I think this here is the smoke I added. Yeah, it's difficult to see, but just to spawn in a bit. You can see it's like all of these really flat planes that get mixed into each other, so it looks 3D, and that makes it a lot lighter to run this, like also same as with the water particles, the whole particle system that makes it look like smoke, but it's all based on like a picture of smoke. And, I mean, you can see it a little bit that it's like flat, but when you add a lot of them, it looks like it's 3D, because it's in a 3D space in the end. So it's like a 2D game, it will look different, but you can see like they rotate with the camera. But it's difficult to notice that when you're in game, because you can't go around like how I'm going around now. That's like a no clip mode. You play mini games and you use cheats sometimes, you know. With no clip mode you can fly around. That's pretty much developer mode, let's say. Yeah, that's kind of scene platform or scene platform. Let's go to funniest stairs. And you can see here as well all these like triangles which make up the whole object in the end. Because this one was exceptionally dense. Like it had like millions of these things. Like, and they weren't triangles. They were like if you make it into triangles, it's already lighter. And now, I mean, I think in the end I got it down to like in total, like everything together was like around 600,000. Like I tried keeping it under 1,000,000 with all of these things. Like you don't see them all at the same point, so it's alright. This one is really simple. This one is quite okay. And then these, here's also this collider zone, which makes you like a trigger again. here I added it. Yeah, see? Added multiple, because it is also it triggers a script which activates the animation that I made for it. I'm sitting on this computer. Yeah, and each trigger point here, I don't know if you can see them properly with the chat there. Yeah, kind of. You can. Great. Like you can see that they all have a different name. Like first it activates the totem, which is just an animation of, I think it's, so it's the emission, it's this bit, just going lighter, see? Like this is being animated like slowly. I'm not going back, but all of these triggers, they activate these animations. Like I think here, you can see the animation. I play it like this. And slowly up to like a lighter color, like it's the emission. You have to, for every single object. The wire, the pillar, which is air, the sun domes, sun dome wires, because you have like a big sun up here as well. That's giving light. And then you have the ink trace, like the last one. It's like a sequence. It's like the totem gets lit up, then the wire, then the pillar, then the sun domes, and then the ink trace, because it's all connected to each other. But my phone goes out of battery so fast. But I still have some battery left, it's alright. And let's see, there was like mostly animations in this one. Animations in combination with the trigger zones. So you like enter this area, just walk into it, you don't have to press any key. And that would trigger all of these animations. And that happens for all of the totems, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. All have the same concept of how that works. And yeah, that's how I made the funny stairs. And I really go through Sojourns. Yeah, I started out with that one, I think. Let's go here. This one was the most interesting to go into sometimes. And I mean, all of these have also animations to it, but all of them have like, these are 7 seconds. Here, this is a 3-second one. It's like 99.3 something. 4.4. I like that. I like changed all of them, so they have like a different rhythm of animations. Because at the end of the animation, it goes back to this start, the beginning, and it repeats itself like that, like endlessly. So over time, the rhythms change as well. So it's it was a very interesting like animation experiment with Michiel like that. It was not my idea to do it that way. I just made it work. I got like a piece of text of like this and that. I want this and that. Work like this, and then you will get that effect. And I had to put it from paper into like digital reality in this sense. But it was a lot of tinkering to that to make that work. And I think after crowbar pickup, yeah, you have these tangles. Oh, that's how they call tangles. And why do they not appear? Okay, yeah, there we go. See, these are these tangles. That's like after the crowbar pickup, all of this happens. Like you get this portal, which you can see a bit easier if I disable these. There we go. See, there's a big red portal. And these effects that you see, it's pretty much it's a lens flare actually. That happens everywhere. And these for now. Go to get a player camera. That stuff. I think it's been a while that I've been here in this program, because I've been working on the application now. But it's the whole UI, back logic. Here, yeah. Here you can adjust all of these settings, fine tune them how you want things to look. Not all of them do a lot, but it's like a lens flare. You can increase it like a lot more, make it very intense. It's very interesting what you can do with this kind of stuff. Will make lights appear multiple times if you look at it. Because if you have the the sunshine, you can see it's very intense like that. Okay, normally it's like this, and there's like a sun coming from that way. It will get intenser depending on which way you're looking. Big net effect. I mean, this is just something I had to experiment with in order to see what works the best. In the end, I didn't do like you can make it very intense, but I think it's kind of key to balance all of these little components. So it's not too much, but if you turn everything off, like just turn it off like this. Let's just it looks bland, like flat. Not flat, but it's like there's not much happening then. Especially here, this looks very bland. And if you turn all these things on, it has this, I don't know, it has more depth to it. Makes it a bit darker, and it's just these tiny effects you have on the camera that make things look slightly better than they do without. I think some artworks benefit more from it than others, but that's the difficulty of like having multiple artworks in that sense. And you have, I mean, the one for the bugs is different because they had their own camera. So in the end, if you have the time to do that for every single artwork, let's say, like going through a portal would change the camera, let's say, you could completely change all of these settings that I just went through, like the bloom and things like that. Like, you could do it like that as well. I mean, it's mostly for things that have lights, so for themes artwork it didn't really matter which settings you had it on. Theme didn't, no, there wasn't any light involved in a way. So like that made that bit easier. But with Fighting Stairs, the light was like a massive thing. Same for Michiel's. And for some things it also didn't really matter too much how you had those settings. So I made them just work for those two and the home platform in general, because you do have some light elements in here. As you can, like, if you do this, you can see some things here on the left corner. You see some things happening at least. It's not too much, because else it would be over stimulating, you know. Let's see, what else should I go through? Experiment also a lot with this. This wasn't here in the beginning. This whole thing going through. It was just like a tree on top of the platform, let's say, without all of these cables here. You know, it looked like this, not very connected. I added in the cables, and also just from another platform it looks a lot more interesting that way. Without it's just a platform, you know. And with the cables there, it makes a bit more sense. It fills in the picture a bit more instead of just having something floating in the middle of nowhere, you know, and it's not connected to anything. Alright. Slowly running out of words now, but big thank you again to everybody who donated. This is, I mean, donate and also funded in this sense. Like the donations also fund, but donations is like, this was via Kunstpunt, I think. We did that. That's all these people who donated via there. And here's our whole team actually. Martina, Mike, Jens, Anna, me, Mihaela, Anna, and the WILLOW board, Lola, Femke, Daphne, Werk actually also helped us a lot with the, it was usually the meetings and also some development questions I had actually. It was really nice working with them, collaborating with them in that sense. And Zwan helped with, I think it was financial help, I'm not sure. I wasn't included with everything like that, but I also do not want to be. And these are like the big funders. I don't know, as a developer I had to figure out how do I put this in an art exhibition, you know, like, and not make it too intriguing in a way. You know, I was like developer, but also no. Jens, yeah. Okay, yeah. That was the financial was mostly Zwam, I think. But you can correct me on that. That wasn't about Werk. But well, I had to put them in, of course, because they helped a lot. Everyone that you see here. But I wanted to make it visible, but not interact with the artworks in that sense, you know. So I tried to put them in between the artworks like this and still make it readable, because I could make it a bit smaller, but that was also like no, then you can't really read it. At least most people, also it should be accessible in that sense. And I think also when you start it up, you see the fonts as well. But it was like I don't know, I'm like a developer, but also like a bit of a, it's also 3D design, and like architecture in that way. Like I learned a lot doing this whole project. So it's not just implementing artists' work in the end. Like I had to start with something before we even had the artists in the platform. Can I even open that old one? That's a good idea. Have that. Give me one moment. Let me take a look if I have like the original ones. Did we have some pictures from that maybe? Screenshots. Just taking a look through my computer. I have some older ones. It might be interesting to see like where we came from and how it ended up now. So I have some older versions. But I have to Unity projects. Yeah, it's not that old. Because the thing is, I switched computers mid working on this. I started working on my MacBook, and then, no, actually 3 computers. I have like a MacBook Air with this M1 chip, from some years ago, like the first one that Apple started making these M1 chips, or like they made their own chips from at some point instead of using Intel. And I started working on that, which was fine. Making the prototypes and things like that, it worked for that. But at some point, the artist's work started to come in on my computer, and I switched to my PC. Now I have a newer big PC, but I also worked on an older one, which worked for a while, but at some point it got so heavy to work on for me, because I had to prototype as well, like have a new version ready to like test with the team and the artists, see how it works on everyone's computer. And there were times that it really took like half a day to just export something. So at some point I need a new computer. Got a new computer, funded also by Willow and partly myself, and that I could install the newest Windows on there, like Windows 11 I'm on now, and that made me work so much more efficient in the end. Like the last months I think I had it, and I mean I use it for a lot of things, but for this work it's really good to have something that can make something like I need to export the programs, of course, like the applications onto the web, onto Windows and onto Mac in the end, but the exporting now takes, let's say, 10 minutes maximum. So if I need to change something, that I just export it, wait 10 minutes, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't work great on this computer, I need to change it and export it and see if it works then. It just takes me, let's say, like half an hour in total, like including testing, instead of having to wait half a day, which of course it's possible, but when you have a deadline you want to finish your work on time. There will always be things you cannot finish in the end, but yeah, technical computer stuff. Does anyone has like a development question or something like that? Because I can answer that too. Let's see. This is the stuff. No. This here for a moment. Yes, there's a development question. Please bring it in. Because my words are running out of like just talking on my own. No. I mean, I can talk for ages, but it's also like oh my god, I don't know. It is I've been in this so much. How did I decide to use Unity? That's a good question. I used it before, you know, like I knew it, but I didn't knew it like how I know it now. Like I had to make a choice. Also, like I think the biggest reason why I ended up using Unity was because I could export all of this into WebGL version, which is a version you can upload to any website, so you can play it online. And you cannot do that with Unreal Engine, which was actually the one I really wanted to use actually, but I ended up not doing that because it would be stupid, and I couldn't, because I couldn't like upload it to the website yet. And that was kind of the purpose also of at least this exhibition. I don't know how we will do it in the future. Me myself, I have big, I'm excited to at some point make like a VR version, a VR exhibition. I shouldn't talk too much about the stuff that's coming, because that can always change, so don't take everything too serious in this sense of like what is coming, because I want to make a VR thing, and this was like a web project which also we will archive it also for the computer and for the PC and the Mac, so you can it offline without the internet. And it was like a year-long development project, I think. Yeah, pretty much like a year, maybe even a bit longer. But we want to do it in a bit like shorter term ones, and also make a bit more of educational bits, so we can, for example, educate artists on how to do this digitally, because not everyone always works with the computer, and we want more people to be able to know how to do that, because it has a lot less boundaries than let's say like analog art can have, which is more of a physical thing to do. It's also very interesting, but I think it's nice to sometimes put your feet in the water of like digital things as well. Because for me, I also make music, and I used to have these modular synthesizer things. Let's call them things to make it easy, because else I will get very technical, and most people, you will have to look it up. Like it's oh shit, my mobile is empty. Whatever. But it's called Eurorack. It's very interesting. It's like, if you know how a synthesizer works, or a piano maybe, even, to go back to a more simple thing. You have a keyboard, you touch the keyboard, it makes sound. That's a piano, and a synthesizer also has a keyboard and it makes sound, but it's like, it makes sound through like a circuitry, for example. But inside of that circuitry, there's multiple modules doing that. And I don't know, for me, I want to have more of that stuff, of course, but it's super expensive. And I also don't want to spend all of my money just on things like that. Okay. I see. No. Yeah. No. Okay, yeah, no, I'm just brabbling. I'm also getting tired. But, yeah, my mobile is empty. My brain is empty. I can talk about this another time, about Eurorack modules. That should be a complete other thing. But the point of that story more was like, I did that physically, and I also do it digitally in like VCV Rack, it's called. You don't have to buy all the modules, which is really nice. You can always explore it if you want to, if you're interested in sounds and stuff like that as well. It's like development, but for sounds, electronic sounds mostly. But well, yeah. I said I was gonna do it until 9, but I think I actually kind of went through everything. And if there's not any other question anymore, I'm slowly gonna just quit the stream and recommend everyone to visit the website, which I will put on. So let me just put that on. That's like the last thing. I can add a piece of text probably somewhere. The text, yeah. Websites. I'm in OBS, so okay. willow.art.space. Yes, nice. That's where you should go if you want to explore this further on your own, without me guiding or talking through you. You can take your time. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome. Have a good evening. And yeah, have a great day. Ciao, ciao.